For 120 hours, we survived entirely out of our backpacks as we hiked 220 kilometres around the Isle of Anglesey.
We got lucky with this trip. Sunshine each day and not a single drop of rain.
We came equipped with our binoculars as this is a prime location for spotting sails.
This is our longest hike yet and our toughest, and not for reasons you may expect. We relied a lot on strangers for water refills.
I got stalked by a
you're
curious
good.
horse, lost my leg and took a few wrong turns, as well as the both of us losing the path.
But the lost path led to an ancient tomb, perfectly aligned to the summer solstice.
There's all sorts of history on this path. We came across many ruins, one was even being used by a big film crew.
With the sea always on our left, the trail never got boring.
We had many dips in the sea to cool down or wash and uncomfortably got caught in long conversation while skinny dipping.
We had no plans of where to stop each night. Some nights we slept on the beach, one night we slept on a cliff.
I'm Katrina.
And I'm Malik.
And this is our journey along the Isle of Anglesey coastal path. The official starting point for this trail begins in a churchyard in the town of Holyhead. We found a random residential street as close to the church as possible to park our car for free whilst we go on our adventure. Not being able to locate a physical official starting point, we use this obelisk just outside the church as it reminds us of the one at the start of the Cumbria Way in the Lake District.
Before we're even 2 kilometres in, we're already passing our first bit of history. The story, we have no idea. What we do know is we're even more excited for all the ruins and stories we'll find on the trail going forward. This is the sign we'll be trying our best to follow. I also have the route saved on my watch as you can never fully rely on the signs.
We come across a small pet cemetery. We see tombstones remembering cats, dogs, rabbits and even a few reptiles. What a magical place to lay your beloved pet to rest.
We've been looking forward to doing this hike for a while. We've done lots of research and there's potentially a lot of wildlife we could be seeing. We started the hike about 7:30 and we'll see how far we can get. We have no idea where we're going to be resting our head tonight.
We have hopes of seeing seals, maybe some dolphins, possibly some puffins too.
We're 10 kilometres in and it's literally just 9:10. Sun's set 40 minutes ago. It's getting quite dark. And the part we're on is taking like a 15-kilometre detour away from the coast. We didn't pack our pad, our big thick inflatable pad. In an attempt to go even more lighter, we've got these foam pad things. Thought process behind it is, we're going to be sleeping on the sand, we'll be all right. So we found this bit of grass, not great, but it'll do. Right, literally the path is just behind this bush. And we're just testing out to see if the grass is decent. What do you think?
Yeah, no issues.
No issues, no. Let's set the tent up. Let's get some food cooked.
While we cook our dinner for the night, we have our eyes high, watching the birds soar in the fiery sky.
Look at me getting my boffies mixed.
We've had a lovely evening under the stars tonight. We even saw a starling and then we came in and we got halfway through the endless, ready for a long day tomorrow.
We had some lamb steaks and peppercorn sauce.
That was really nice. And some mash.
Welsh cakes, cheesy mash.
Again.
Chocolate chip Welsh cake. Yum.
We're knackered, so we're off to sleep now, ready for a long day tomorrow.
We wake up early and eager to have our first full day on the trail. While we're in bed getting ready to exit the tent, we are both convinced cows are surrounding our tent. We're hearing them moo so loudly and close to us. To our surprise, we don't see any close by when we get out the tent or when we start walking. We both heard them, yet we don't see a single one. We cross over River Affonalor to find an overgrown grassy path. Being early morning, the grass is wet and soon so are our socks and trainers.
Oh, my feet are absolutely soaked.
It's a good thing we packed extra socks.
Soaked.
I'm supposed to follow like the coast all the way around over there, but the tide's out and I'm just saying, just cut straight across. May as well, right? Looking forward to our breakfast. That's for sure.
Sand underfoot, we take the detour across the beach, making sure not to slip on the seaweed. We see lots of military planes flying overhead and wonder what the views would be like up there. I don't know where other RAF bases are in the UK, but if I was in the RAF, I'd make sure they'd station me on this island. Around 9 AM we stopped for breakfast, homemade oats prepared before we left. We're facing the town we started in, and it doesn't look like we've made much progress yet. We remind ourselves the adventure's only just started, and after that we're on our way. We stumble across these cows and both agreed it's best to give them their privacy, so we picked up the pace.
Fair enough.
The first cow of the trip deserves a petting.
What we got there, Katrina? What's up?
I love seals. Like, I always forget how much I actually love them. Oh, I can't believe we saw it. Oh, I feel like such a kid.
Where's he gone?
I don't know.
You alright? You okay? What's up?
I've been camping a few times without Katrina, and on 2 occasions I've spotted seals enjoying the waves in the sea. When I showed Katrina, she'd get really jealous and upset. She's always wanted to spot seals herself in the sea, and whenever we go to the hot spots, we always miss them. Well, today was not one of those days. The terrain's always switching up on us. Walking on shingles is tough, but it's always better than walking on the road, I remind myself.
You're a big old boy.
Cow.
Don't go behind him, he says. Going behind him, he is.
It's massive, isn't it? Behind on that. Giddy up, giddy up.
We left the trail behind as the coastal path detoured around a twin reactor decommissioned power station.
You lose your fears as you grow up, right? Or
It's
the other way
quite
around?
camouflaged.
Maybe I do have fears of a strong man. Maybe I get when I'm scared of them.
Froggy, froggy, froggy. Come on now. We're 39 kilometres in and so far haven't came across a single water tap. On the South Downs Way, maybe every 15, 20 kilometres, well no, maybe even every 5 to 15 kilometres, there would be a farm that had a tap on it walkers could refill on. So far we've only filled up at a campsite we just happened to walk past. Empty right now. Both mine and Cat's water quite empty right now, and there is a shop in 4.5 kilometres, so we're hoping there's a place before there. If not, we'll just grab that. We just took a massive detour. It's part of the path, but the coastal path detoured around this National Grid nuclear plant, and now we're back on the coast. It's making us walk all the way around this like little peninsula and then literally carry on right there, back up there. Gonna stop for lunch real soon. But yeah, really enjoying it so far. The weather's been great. Seen a good breeze throughout, so can't complain. Haven't dipped in the sea yet. We've seen such crazy wildlife already on day one. We've seen rabbits, we've seen like 7 seals, 3 rabbits, a couple frogs.
We take a quick stop to appreciate the scenery. We agree to keep moving soon after with the plan of finding a beach to stop to cook our own lunch and have a dip. As if we spoke it into existence, less than 15 minutes later, we find our own private beach. We strip down and make a dash for the ocean. The sea is calm and no waves are disrupting our peace. We take this opportunity to wash our sweaty, dusty bodies before drying off in the sun whilst we cook our chopped cheese. We tuck into our lunch enjoying the calming views. We could spend the next week just here with the beach to ourselves, but we must move on. Belly's full, our mission now is to fill up our bottles, which should be soon as we've just entered a small town. We've luckily managed to fill up our water at the most northernest pub in Wales.
Yeah.
We've also popped to the shop, it was a Morrison's Daily right next door, and got some soft drink because we are craving sugar.
When you're ready.
We've got 2 soft drinks for now that we're going to share. We've got some Dr. Pepper, some cherry Coke, and then tonight we've got a Fanta pear, which I'm really looking forward to because I've never seen that in the shop before.
Each twist and turn the trail takes us reveals new beaches, coves, bays and cliffs, all breathtaking as the previous. Nestled away in a small valley is Llanliana Old Porcelain Works. Constructed in the 19th century, deposits of china clay found nearby were transformed into porcelain and picked up by ship. As we climb the trail up the valley, a teenager with nothing but a cowboy hat, basketball shorts and loafers joyfully shares he witnessed many dolphins from the top in the shelter. He was only there for 5 minutes, he emphasised. So, we stood there, as the northernest humans in Wales, waiting for well over 30 minutes. Let this be a lesson, to never trust someone in such a mixed match attire.
I think there's... Yeah, see anyone famous? Been sat here for about 45 minutes, just checking out the view. Thinking the sun was going to set behind the rocks, cliffs over there, but it's actually lining up to literally set right in front of us, so we're looking forward to that. We was planned, well not planned, but in the morning we said, oh, let's try to push and get 60 kilometres, and we are nowhere near there. But we took our time with it, we had fun, we went in the sea, which I'm happy for, so I don't regret it. Although I was definitely looking forward to sleeping on a beach. The trip is early, fingers crossed we will be having plenty of opportunities.
Oh, 100%. I wanted to do a cliff as well, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. No idea what they're filming over there. Round 2. Tasty?
I just got wrapped, but yeah.
You're all harmless. I'm brainwashed by...
2 guys just walked past, they had all their fishing equipment, so they're heading down there to go fish. We asked them if they knew what on earth was going on down here, and they said they believe it's the SAS Marine TV show. So I believe it's a celebrity one. I wonder who's in it. We're gonna definitely find out when we get some signal, because I'm so intrigued now.
No.
But yeah, it looks like all the people, there was people in high-vis, there was 6 of them, all like in a line, and they've all gone onto these boats, so I wonder where they head off to.
Yeah.
It is 10:15 and we are off to sleep. We're knackered.
We'll see you in the morning.
Morning. Pardon?
It's cold out there.
I know.
And cold it is. The temperature's not too bad. It's just the meddling wind that's been giving us a hard time this morning. And it's moments like this that you need to remind yourself what you're grateful for, and we're both extremely grateful that the wind is not pushing us towards the sea. First sunrise we've witnessed along the Anglesey coast, and it was magical. Lucky for us, the path is leading us right towards it, so we did not miss any of its dawn performance. We're 59 kilometres in. There's been nowhere to fill up our water all morning because obviously everywhere's closed. It's only 8 o'clock right now, so hopefully things will start opening up, but I don't think we've got anything close for a while.
Pubs later on, I think.
Okay.
We walked past a hotel and pub as well as a cafe that we weren't expecting a cafe, but yeah, both of which were closed.
We've come across a little stream that is streaming down there, which looks decent enough to just boil water. So we're going to boil some water for breakfast and then carry on. And we've actually found the site of the Holy Well. So there we go. We're going to have some breakfast and then get on with our hike.
Yeah, we don't have much drinking water, literally probably about a few mouthfuls, but we're just going to boil the water for our breakfast and hope the pub opens quite early to refill quite soon.
Fingers crossed, hey. This is our view. This is us.
We're going to have to keep looking until you find it, bro. Kat, hold your breath, count to 10, it's okay. It's going to be okay. You're going to find it.
She finds a spoon soon after announcing I'm on the search for a stick to substitute. Getting to the flowing water was a bit tricky. Each step was a risk if a stone underfoot would dislodge or slip with the water. Lowering my centre of gravity and taking my time, I made it back with 2 dry feet. We gave our food no time to cool down, resulting in 2 burnt mouths. We were in luck as we were beside a holy well, so we took the opportunity to wish for a speedy recovery.
At this moment, a couple emerges from the greenery. They too are doing the coastal path, only on free weekends. They were equipped with the guidebook, which explained that this well was primarily used for curses.
It's midday. We've been walking for about, 6 hours now. Literally only had about 200 millilitres of water. In hindsight, we should have boiled more water at that holy well and just drunk that throughout the day, but we didn't. Outside the pub is closed, annoyingly. But luckily it opens in about 5-10 minutes, so gonna wait here, fill up our water, drink the water, fill it up again, and probably get a drink or 2. Such a dry mouth, so drained. But we're about 69.5 kilometres. I wanted to push on, Kat's a bit far behind. I wanted to push on, get drinks waiting for us, waiting for her when she gets here. But that's not gonna happen now.
This sneaky lamb was attempting to demonstrate to his pal the perfect escape.
No, he'll come this way.
Unbeknownst to him, he's dealing with an experienced gate opener. I refuse to fully open the gate until he runs off to the field. About an hour after midday, we stop for lunch. We stretch out our tent, allowing it to dry with the sun and the breeze.
We tuck into our cheesy hot dog wraps, watching the waves roll onto the pebbles. After lunch, Katrina tends to her blisters and applies leukotape to the hot spots to prevent new ones from forming. I split some electrolytes into our water, and now we wait for them to dissolve before drinking as much as we can. We're tempted to have a dip in the sea to cool down and clean up. Instead, we take a gamble and aim to do it before we sleep. Still feeling hungry, we both start reaching into our trail mix.
Malik asked for a triple scuba. They don't do triple scuba. I believe he done half Biscoff and half mint choc chip that made it really full, and he just charged us for a double. So
Yeah, can't complain.
no. Solo. Be on nose.
Yeah, no.
Malik always ends up with ice cream all over his mouth. So far, it seems like every morning we're rationing our water and never have enough. But come afternoon, evening, and establishments with the opportunity to request refills are plentiful, and we've always got full bottles. Hopefully tomorrow there's more options for us. 8 p.m. and our tent was all set.
When we was walking up, Katrina's feet were hurting, so she changed into her flip-flops. She then went barefoot. She's taking a bit of a time, so I carried on walking up ahead. While I was waiting, I was chatting with this old woman. She's walking 3 dogs. She's a bit curious about us camping, what we're doing, where we're going, etc, etc. Had a little bit of a conversation with her. She explains that she's got 1 dog, the other 2 she's looking after for a friend who's currently in Georgia. We end the conversation with her, we come onto the beach, we're chilling on the beach for a little bit, and we've noticed that she's lost the 2 dogs that she's looking after, and then she starts walking in the opposite direction. So Katrina runs over to her to inform her. I run up the beach trying to find these 2 dogs, which are lurchers, which are very quick. I've got 1, and then I'm trying to find the other, and then luckily the other one comes, and this other guy who's in a van helps me walk back, so I'm barefoot, I'm trying to hold the dog. The dog's pulling me on all these rocks. Yeah, we meet up with a woman, continue another. We're probably there talking to her for about 30 minutes. She's talking about her life. She's 77, she goes skiing. Apparently, if you're over 75, you get free skiing. One of the pegs fell out, so I had to go reinforce that. I'm quite satisfied with all of them being anchored down. So fingers crossed we ain't going waking up in the night from a tent collapsing.
I'm recording.
Free dog, hot dog.
It's the free dog hot dog, huh? Good. We've got ketchup as well, which we forgot.
You always ask me and I just eat wrap.
Ah, that's not great. How was the wrap? 10 out of 10? Still maintaining the 10 out of 10 rating?
Mm-hmm. Always.
Always.
After a 40, I'm like anything.
That's going to be us signing off on night 3. There's lots of van life, it's just over there, chilling in their vans, got like fires out on the outside. It is, I think, 10:20, and yeah, we're going to head off to sleep. And we've been wanting to sleep on sand for so long because it's soft, right? It sounds soft with these flimsy pads, and it is so much more firmer than the grassy bed. 6:30 in the morning on Sunday, day 3, and we're in a bit of a similar situation as yesterday. The next waypoint I've got is a cafe. That's at about 7 kilometres, but it's open until 10, and we're definitely going to be earlier than that. And then the next potential after that isn't until, I think, like 18 kilometres from here. So again, like yesterday, another 20-ish kilometres. But luckily today, I pretty much got a full bottle to last me. How are you doing for water? Perfect. So we're in a better position than yesterday. Yeah, same. Yeah, we camped up on the beach over there. And we'll see how far we get today.
We missed sunrise this morning as there was a big cliff that we had to overcome. By the time we catch a sight of him, he's well above the horizon. I also missed the first cats on trail. Luckily, Malik calls me back to see 2 beady eyes just as curious in me as I was in them. We love seeing all the different flowers and trees that people grow in their gardens.
Apples? What one would you like?
Well, thank you very much.
I was sceptical, but it's delicious.
We passed Puffin Island. We've had our fingers crossed the whole hike to see just one. Sadly, can't see any. On the other hand, we found a beautiful park-up spot.
I'm really sorry. Would you mind filling up my water bottles? The cafe doesn't open until 10 a.m. We've come from Red Dwarf Bay.
When did you start there?
This morning.
This morning. What time did you get there?
About 7 o'clock. You always ask me and I just eat wrap.
Is it
Yeah. We woke up at about 5:30 and then we packed up and left at about 6. So yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
You've got a good chance of seeing dolphins.
Right, your best chance would have been if you came around Llanelian. I've done
Yeah.
it twice. I've
Oh,
done it one way
wow.
and the other, but not like you're
Nice.
doing. I was able to do it first Monday of the month. Well, it's interesting this bit, and you've got the tide just right because you can stick to the shore all the way down.
Oh,
But
nice.
then the next bit I found was really interesting. For me, living really locally, it goes up through some woods that no one really walks through. You can imagine the druids in the sort of oak woods and things. You know.
Nice,
It's really, that bit is nice. Then you drop to Menor Bridge again, and it's a bit busier.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Thank you so much. And you have a beautiful house.
Ew, is that blood maybe? What the hell's going on?
I have no idea.
This time, Katrina has to take her blister care to the next stage, the one everyone hates. I feed her oats with the aim of taking her mind off the
Quite
pain.
sandy, isn't it?
It's sandy, innit?
Just a bit, but can't complain with these views, I suppose.
We continue plodding along the coastal path, following the eroded cliff face. The fresh erosion allows us to see but not fully understand the different layers of earth that shape the island. We are lucky to be walking in the months when the beach is exposed, rather than having to take the inland road detour. That may be the only option for some unfortunate hikers. Although, they may claim their grass is greener, as they don't have the monotony of shingles absorbing each step. Scattered across the beach are washed up jellyfish in various stages of decay. We approach the busy seaside town of Balmaris, leaving behind the empty beaches shared with no one else but ourselves. Originally a Viking settlement, now over 1,000 residents, the castle and Ferris wheel make it a popular tourist spot.
Out of nowhere, we've got the craziest steep incline ahead of us. It's a tough one. A guy just overtook us on an electric bike, so we're even at the steepest part yet. Working a sweat. But I remembered what I got in my pocket. So Katrina's keeping a secret the whole trip until now. Give it a bit of a boost.
What you got there, Katrina?
Just a little frog.
A little frog, huh?
Stagnant.
Whoa!
The sun's really beating down on us today, which is causing us to stop a lot more than usual. Or is it just our bodies being tired? It's hard to tell, but we're sweating loads, so we're trying to drink more water than usual. After passing through the town that's named after its bridge, we pass a stone circle as well as a church island. There is no clear evidence for this church's origins.
Yeah, this
It
is
is believed to be established by Saint Tilisso, who arrived in the 6th century and founded a hermitage where he remained for around 7 years. It wasn't for another 900 years before the church that stands today that was constructed. This is the Menai Bridge, so grand they named a town after it, which is 50 kilometres away from the bridge. No, that is a complete lie, but it would be very funny and confusing.
The bridge, albeit today, may not look like a noteworthy bridge, but when it was completed 200 years ago in 1826, it was the world's biggest suspension bridge at the time.
Let's do some lunch.
Mate, sorry, you said you wanted some shade.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Isn't it crazy how, like, I say something, like, I really need to sit in the shade for a bit, and then we fucking just stumble across it. Oh, no.
Cheese ball.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's tasty.
In it.
Quite a good amount of cheese too.
Wow.
Right.
And I go, bam, right onto this corner. My whole head hits it like, and yeah, it made me feel really sick. Cried a little bit, but Malik calmed me down. That was not a nice experience, but other than that, I really enjoyed our lunch in there.
Shortly after lunch, the trail leads us past the church. Whenever I'm in a graveyard, I always check the headstones to try and find the earliest burial. A lot of the time, I'm surprised by how far the graveyard goes back. We pass the main entrance and the door is wide open. Curiosity gets the best of us. Inside, we met with vibrant stained glass. A box of
there's
apples
loads
are on the
singing, it was
table beside
overgrown
the
on the path.
entrance. A treat to
And-
those tempted.
We're not entirely sure when or how, but we've lost the path. We've noticed a sign that's labelled monument, pointing towards a large herd of humans gathered around a mount in the field. It's only a 50-metre walk, so we take the detour to discover what all the fuss is about. This tomb was built over 5,000 years ago, and what's most impressive is it's lined up with the summer solstice. As the sun rises on this important day, its light will reach the back of the tomb. During excavations, many artifacts have been found, such as carved stones, arrowheads, and human bones.
Okay, what have you found? Today's been really tough. The majority of the walk has literally been shingles. If it's not shingles, it's sand. And if it's not sand or shingles, it's shingles and sand. And if it's not that, it's goddamn road. We've not had much establishments to top our water up from. We've had to rely on literally just strangers, random houses. Didn't think there'd be any houses over here, and we've literally saw a family drive into their house.
Sorry?
No. And then I literally see a family pull up into their house. So perfect opportunity. Me and Kat down all our water. And luckily they're still unloading their car, so I politely interrupt them and I'm like, okay, can we top up the water? They agreed happily, and they returned the bottle and they're like, oh, didn't have a lid for this one. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, I got it. And then I'm trying to find it and I ain't got it. And me and Kat spent about like 5-10 minutes trying to find it, thinking, damn, we've literally just halved our water supply, just like that. Got a full bottle with no lid.
And we've got noodles for dinner.
Yeah. But yeah, literally the bottle lid was in their front garden, so I had to walk back into their place, find a lid.
It's 7:20 and we're done for the day. We didn't decide, our bodies did. We've been chilling on the beach, looking over the Menai Strait towards the mainland. In the distance, we can not only see, but hear the Carnarvon Castle. We assume they have a festival or show on, as for the whole time we've been sat here, we can hear various singers singing all types of songs over the sea.
The beach is literally down there. We was planning to camp on the other side of this fence. Your private land all the way down there. This is the path. And there's the barn. And then we realised that's a caravan, so I'm probably going to live there. And most likely going to come to us to get off their land.
In order of a peaceful sleep, we push on into the night despite the pains of our reluctant bodies. It quickly gets dark, so we lit up the trail with our head torches, clinging to the hope that a perfect pitch lay just around the corner. That hope is finally rewarded, though it took about 17 corners of wishing to come true, and it's not perfect, but it will do.
"6 a.m, we're ready to hit the trail. We wonder where we'll be filling up our water bottles and what food we'll purchase to fuel the final push of our adventure. We've got an elevated spring in our step this morning, as we know we'll be walking in some familiar, beautiful scenery, so we're eager to get there, and maybe, hopefully, have a soak under the waves.
First, we have to hop over these massive boulders that form the Rudgeo stepping stones, allowing us a dry passage over the Afont Braint tidal river. Our first water refill of the day is a campsite along the path. We're here early, so there's no one to allow or revoke access. After topping up our water, we wash our kitchenware in their pot wash room and visit a normal toilet. We'd gone before anyone noticed and ensured to leave no trace like always. I couldn't resist. These two cats walked up to me begging for petting, so I had to oblige.
We made it to Newborough Forest and Beach. This was our first experience of Anglesey and our favourite beach in the whole of the UK. We've not visited a lot of beaches in the UK, but I know none will top this. Where else can you find pine trees, in sand, on the beach with mountain views? I've researched and there's not many locations where all three meet. I find a tennis ball in the sand and stashed it in my pocket, hoping it will be useful in the future. Soon after, we meet Bella, who hid when I raised my hand and offered strokes. The owner explains she's a shy dog, and that's when I remembered what I had in my pocket. She soon enough trusted us to pet her.
We arrive at the hidden beach we once camped at for Malik's birthday over 2 years ago. My mind often drifts back to that day, the memories made and the beautiful scenery that surrounded them. In an effort to keep my pack light, I opted not to bring a swimming costume, as I can just use my shorts. Great idea. But in practice, walking in wet shorts with my thighs caused them to chafe red raw after the first swim. So we skinny dipped. It's early, it's empty, and no one's here. Typical. As we agree to get out, a dog appears from nowhere, and so does his owner. We've met some lovely people on this trip and had some amazing conversations, none of which were as long or as in-depth as this conversation. He wanted to know everything about our trip, and we just wanted him to disappear so we can warm up and dry off.
We did finish our dinners and lunches, so we've actually got nothing left, which is fine because he's going to go to the shop to resupply, but now we've run out of gas, so at least we've realised that before the shop, so we ain't bought a load of food that needs cooking and then run out of gas. So we're going to go to the shop and hopefully get some food that we can eat cold. I don't know about cold soaking breakfast though, tomorrow.
Oh.
You want to give it a go?
No.
Ultra light.
I'm not bothered. I'd rather carry it and get something else. I'm not. I can't cold. No. Each to their own, but cold soaking's not a bit of me.
Given the choice, we would much rather cook our own food when out camping, but I have always been tempted by the cold soak for no reason other than the challenge. I'm a fussy eater and it just seems like pure awfulness, so I'm kind of glad she declined.
Ran out of food, just walked past a closed pub and an off licence with fish and chips and pizza.
I think the pub is closed.
Okay, cool, let's go back. Try the pub then.
The pub only serves hot pies. We were so excited when we noticed the off licence, and even more so when we noticed all the hot foods they had on offer. But these pies will have to do.
Been walking for a good while today, and there's not really been many cafes or shops. So we kept walking. We were asking locals, oh, is there any shops in the next town? Some weren't sure, but one person said yes, and there's a nice cafe as well. But because we went to the pub earlier, there was no point going to the cafe. Went to the shop, we got some energy drinks. We got 2 tins of tuna, and that's our dinner for tonight. Because I didn't have much else, and obviously we don't have the stove, so we can't really cook much else.
We are really taking our time today. We are just drained, body's aching. We've learned this lesson so many times, but we keep forgetting that when you're walking and your body's aching and you stop and then start walking again, it just takes so much longer to get into that rhythm. Like the first, I don't even know how many steps, it's just so painful. But when you're walking for a while, you kind of just forget about it. And then your body starts aching a little bit, and you're like, oh, I want to stop. And your brain keeps telling you to stop. You give in, and as soon as you start moving again, you're like, I shouldn't have stopped, I should have just kept on moving. That's kind of what's going on today, a lot. Plan is we're probably going to wake up quite early tomorrow, and hopefully just try and finish it all off. We don't need to, we don't want to, but it would just make our lives a hell of a lot easier if we're able to get back to work for Thursday. Kind of putting this pressure on ourselves, really. It's a bit of a challenge. We're enjoying it still, nonetheless. It is tough, it is a challenge. But when you're surrounded by this and the company, how can you complain?
We agreed to be on the lookout for a nice spot to stop and spend the evening before we crawl into our bed. At 6 PM, we found that spot. I took the shortcut down. I tried to talk Katrina into following my lead, but she wasn't having any of it and opted for the longer, more safer route. We share the beach with many families and parties. One large group played a game of rounders, a game we haven't played since school, but seeing them makes us want to organise a game with our friends. The smells of different barbecues drifted their way towards us as we shared our tins of tuna.
We are all set up and ready to sleep. We're getting up at 3:30 in the morning, having a dip in the sea, cold plunge to wake us up, and then just getting the last 47 kilometres done, I believe. About that. Give or take. Hopefully gonna stop off at a cafe or a shop to get some breakfast. We also need some lunch, water. Hopefully we find that along the way. We're on the most beautiful beach now. It's lovely. We did think we were going to get an early night, but I don't think this is an early night, is it? And we've got an energy drink waiting for us in my bag. So let's get some sleep, get well rested, and get energized, ready for the morning.
A few minutes in and we see a bricked entrance leading into the hillside. It's another Neolithic burial chamber. In 1952, during excavations, 2 cremated young male burials were discovered, plus 5 stones with art carvings, making this and the previous tomb the only 2 in the UK with examples of megalithic art.
Never seen a Kingsmill bench top 10. We need to find the other 9, Cat, and that's just from 2013. We've got like 12 years to catch up on. Yeah, I feel like I'd rather have lunch at that bench.
Whilst we enjoy walking during the day, greeting everyone we cross paths with, being able to fully take in and appreciate the surroundings. There's something so peaceful about walking the trail in darkness with full trust in your head torch, knowing there's no one else out there. We make our way up to the high street, seeing no sight of human life, but somewhere inland we can hear dustbin men working. We had hoped to see jets land and take off up close at the RAF base, but our timings were completely off. Not complaining, as instead of jets, we're greeted with the most beautiful orange sky as the sun rises over the base. We're not too worried about water this morning, as that monster quenched our thirst and gave us the wake up we needed.
How many was that?
Maybe like 9.
9.
That is still in front of me, so.
You have them. I've had 9.
I know. I want to make it 10. What about 11?
Thank you. Okay, we've got to walk all the way around here. Or we risk getting our feet wet and walk across here. So we're going to risk it.
What we realised about 10 steps into that little endeavour was there's actually a path, and the bricks were the wall to the path, and it was about knee deep on the path and probably about waist to belly deep on the right. And it,
so deep.
yeah, it wasn't the, you weren't supposed to walk on top of that. It wasn't stable. It was very slippy. Did offer to turn back, but she succeeded. We managed to do it. We didn't fall in. I was thinking, if we do fall in, fall to the left. It's only ankle knee deep. Ain't too bad. It's the last day. Fall into the right. Everything's wet, but at least we ain't needing it to sleep in it tonight. It's nice Sophie to greet us this morning.
The snotty nose, actually, so I won't do that, even though your nose is my favourite bit about a horse.
Oh, your friend's coming. I didn't realise you had friends in the field. The friend just came running over. He also wanted some attention, or she wanted some attention. Sorry. Is this a pony or is this a baby?
I think it's a pony. I think it's a small.
Because yeah, so it doesn't look a baby. It's not slim. Sorry, don't want to comment on your weight. I know that's not nice. Alright, we've got a very busy day ahead of us, so we'd love to stroke you and get well acquainted with you. Maybe even ride you, but I'm afraid we've got plans. Wait. Alright, that's my snacks in there, okay? That's my snacks. It's not yours, I'm afraid. Hey, mister. Yeah. You're okay. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you got some distance. No, yeah, you're good. It's right behind you though, but you're good. He's just licking your bag. What you got in your zip up? He's interested. Stay calm, you're good. Yeah, they are following you, but you're good. You got a few wet spots on your bag.
You reckon he was trying to get my trail mix? Because they like nuts and shit, I'm sure.
Yeah, is that in your zip up?
No, it's in my mesh.
Interesting.
What, you zip my bag up?
No, but he was going to the zip bit of your bag.
Oh. I love horses. I've got loads of experience with horses. But that I've never experienced.
Yeah,
That was
no.
scary.
No.
Hearing the galloping just right behind you, and then like the head's just there. Oh my goodness.
I used to be quite scared of animals, dogs and cows, but since we've been out walking, I've been always calm with them.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until it was following and its head was so close next to me, I was like, shit, my heart started actually racing, but I was like, remain calm. So normally me and Katrina walk together, but sometimes we both kind of get in our own heads and we just kind of walk at our own speed. And I'll always be just a little bit in front of Katrina. Most of the time I can look behind and see her. If not, we're following a straight path. And I'll stop if there's like a really obscure left or sharp right turn, for example. But generally, if you're walking in a straight line or following the same easy path, I'll walk ahead and stop at the very end. Been walking, go to a nice little viewpoint where I can see the RAF base. I'm seeing these jets land and take off. And I thought this would be a good spot to wait for Kat. And I'm waiting. She's not coming. I'm looking at my watch and I surely she ain't this far behind. Take my phone off airplane mode and call her to answer in tears that she's gone lost. And bless her, she doesn't have the route on her phone. She missed the turn, in my opinion. I thought it was an obvious turn and it was well signposted, but she disagrees with that. And she then made the wrong turn a couple times after that. She's quite far away. So she's now walking towards the coast. She was walking away from the coast, bless her. And hopefully we're going to meet up later on, but I feel like she's going to reach the meeting point a lot sooner than I am, which leaves me feeling like I should be jogging, especially when I was sat down for 20 minutes waiting for her. Look at that, see jets. But yeah, I was lucky enough to fill up my water bottle, an unexpected little shack there.
This woman up there looks just like I'm shouting, get out, trying to whistle.
It's so scary. I don't know why it's scary. I just want to be with you.
It took about an hour for us to reunite. We've been having a conversation about how we can prevent that from happening again. We've chucked a few ideas around and I think she's liking the idea of having her own watch.
It's 11:44 and we're about 201 kilometres in. Got to a cafe which was closed. Just went to the shop, got some crisps. We're just gonna get some croissants. But we saw a little poster behind the counter. They do pizzas. So waiting for them to cook our pizza. 15-minute wait. That was the only option. Paid for that. As soon as you walk out, cafe's open.
And this was one of them machine coffees, and I'm quite a coffee connoisseur, so I'd like a cafe coffee, you know, not a shop machine coffee, but to be fair, it is what it is and it tastes good. He's come back with the goods.
Let's see if it's a good one. You ready?
Yeah. Oh.
The end isn't exactly in sight, but we can see the Holyhead Mountain, which is right next to the town of Holyhead and where we began this journey just under 120 hours ago. We learn in Ellen's Tower that the Romans built a watchtower on the summit in the 3rd century. The mountain stands at 220 metres, and whilst that's not a grand climb, we're dreading its ascent. Just as we begin, the path takes a flat beeline right around the climb. Delighted, we stop for a break at the North Stacks Lighthouse.
For our entertainment, we started using binoculars to spot birds on the cliff, and that's when I spot 2 climbers ascending the rock face. A while's gone by, and one of them has made it to the top, whilst the other hasn't moved his hands or arms at all, only his head. For the last 15 minutes, he's done nothing but look all around for his climb up, and we fear he can't find one. After what seemed like a long discussion with his friend, he somehow manages to shimmy across to the path that they were successful on.
And that was it. Literally, yeah.
Oh, they kissed the ground.
Oh dear.
In all that time, a couple of worried yet curious spectators have gathered around us. The climbers also have had 2 people arrive who stood by in case of an emergency. We were also happy we gave them a big clap and a cheer, not knowing if they'd even reach their eardrums. None of us needed the binoculars to spot all 4 of them return with a wave back. Knowing the climber made it back to solid ground underneath his feet, we were able to move on for the final push to Holyhead.
Our bodies are so sore. I'm limping to soften the ache. I've been playing music to take my mind off the discomfort. The second song on shuffle, and it's a hype song, is helping me push through and walk correctly. We've now begun a descent, and without thinking, my feet are maintaining the high BPM down this hill. Soon, the pain has left my brain. There is no pain. It's just me, Katrina, the music, and the beautiful coast we've been calling our home the past few days. We stop for a quick drink of water and continue on our way. The path ahead looks flat with a few bumpy sections. That's not as fun as downhill, so we agreed to walk the remainder. As if we're both in any state to do a 10-kilometer run back to the car with our packs on. Who are we kidding?
Before we knew it, the sand and the trail are behind us. Underneath our feet, we have unforgiving tarmac as we pass the derelict buildings lining the path towards the final town. Overhead, we still have the RAF jets, and their engines drown out the busy chatter and commotion that the town produces.
We can see it last time at the start, and Kat just realised the official start is behind this cage. Oh, it's a fence. My watch says to start at the top of them stairs, but we're going to treat this column as a start.
We did it.
We sure did. Here we are. Yeah, I doubt this is the official start and end, but it works for us.
Oh no, we found it now. Well done.
Well done for you, and well done for me. We done that shit.
Until the next one, eh?
See you next time we do. Cards this way, I think. Alright, well, that is us done. I think 221. 221 kilometres around the Isle of Anglesey coastal path. Whoa. This guy's going crazy.
He's celebrating for it.
Thank you.
That was one beautiful through hike.
Yeah.
Definitely up there with one of my favourites. Just being next to the sea majority of the time was lovely. It was so refreshing. And you know what? The elevation wasn't that bad, you know.
Yeah, well, it definitely wasn't 1,600 like I watched it.
No, but it wasn't as bad as I originally thought, which is good. Yeah, we didn't meet as many people as we hoped. Hopefully you're going to get a carvery or some chicken or a burger, just some real good food, because I'm starving. But that's us over and out. Until the next one.